Good morning. This is Kim Blaylock with SDG Bible Study, the SOLI DEO GLORIA Bible Study, coming to you on this Friday morning, May the 30th, 2025. Coming to the end of another week and almost the end of another month, as tomorrow will be the last day of May. And we're just thankful to be up and about and reading God's Word this morning as we continue in the reading of the Everyday Gospel by Paul David Tripp. We're going to be in 4 chapters in the book of Job this morning. We're going to be in Job's chapter 14, 15, and 16, and then a short devotional reading. So join me as we read God's Word together. Job chapter 14. Man who is born of woman is short-lived and full of turmoil. Like a flower, he comes forth and withers. He also flees like a shadow and does not stand. You also open your eyes on him and bring me into judgment with yourself. Who can make the clean out of the unclean? No one. Since his days are determined, the number of his months is with you, and his limits you have set so that he cannot pass. Turn your gaze from him that he may cease from toil until he accepts his day like a hired man. For there is no hope for a tree when it is cut down that it will change back sprouting again, and its shoots will not cease. Though its roots grow old in the ground and its stump dies in the dry soil, at the scent of water it will flourish and put forth sprigs like a plant. But man dies and lies prostrate. Man breathes his last, and where is he? As water evaporates from the sea, and a river becomes parched and dried up, so man lies down and does not rise. Until the heavens are no longer, he will not awake nor be aroused out of his sleep. Oh, that you would conceal me in Sheol, that you would hide me until your anger returns to you, that you would set a limit for me and remember me. If a man dies, will he live again? All the days of my labor I will wait until my change comes. You will call and I will answer you. You will long for the work of your hands. For now you number my steps. You do not keep watch over my sin. My transgression is sealed up in a bag, and you cover up my iniquity. But the falling mountain crumbles away, and the rock moves from its place. Water wears away stones, its torrents wash away the dust of the earth, so you make man's hope perish. You forever overpower him, and he goes away. You alter his appearance and send him away. His sons achieve honor, but he does not know it, or they become insignificant, but he does not perceive it. But his flesh pains him, and he mourns only for himself. Now to chapter 15. Then Eliphaz the Temanite answered and said, Should a wise man answer with windy knowledge and fill his belly with the east wind? Should he argue with a word that cannot be used, or with speech which is not profitable? Indeed, you annul reverent fear and cut off musing before God. For your iniquity teaches your mouth, and you choose the tongue of the crafty. Your own mouth condemns you, and not I, and your own lips answer against you. Were you the first man to be born, or were you brought forth before the hills? Do you hear the secret counsel of God and cut down wisdom only unto yourself? What do you know that we do not know? What do you understand that is not with us? Both the gray-haired and the aged are among us, older than your father. Are the consolations of God too small for you? Even the word spoken gently with you? Why does your heart take you away, and why do your eyes flash, that you should turn your spirit against God, and allow such words to go out of your mouth? What is man that he should be pure, or he who is born of woman that he should be righteous? Behold, he puts no faith in his holy ones, and the heavens are not pure in his sight. How much less one who is abominable and corrupt, man who drinks unrighteousness like water. I will tell you, listen to me. What I have beheld, I will also recount. What wise men have told and have not concealed from their fathers, to whom alone the land was given, and no stranger passed among them. The wicked man rides in pain all his days, and numbered are the years stored up for the ruthless. Sounds of dread are in his ears, while at peace the destroyer comes upon him. He does not believe that he will return from darkness, and he is destined for the sword. He wanders about for food, saying, where is it? He knows that a day of darkness is ready at his hand. Distress and anguish terrify him. They overpower him like a king ready for the attack, because he has stretched out his hand against God and magnifies himself against the Almighty. He rushes headlong at him with his massive shield, for he has covered his face with his fat and made his thighs heavy with flesh. He has dwelt in desolate cities and houses no one would inhabit, which are destined to become ruins. He will not become rich, nor will his wealth endure, and his grain will not stretch out over the land. He will not be able to depart from darkness. The flame will wither his shoots, and by the breath of his mouth he will depart. Let him not believe in emptiness, deceiving himself, for emptiness will be his reward. When his days are not yet fulfilled, and his palm branch is not green, he will drop off his unripe grape like the vine. He will drop off his unripe grape like the vine, and will cast off his flower like the olive tree. For the company of the godless is barren, and fire consumes the tents of the corrupt. They conceive trouble and give birth to wickedness, and their belly prepares deception. Now to chapter 16. Then Job answered and said, I have heard many such things. Troublesome comforters are you all. Is there no end to windy words, or what pains you that you answer? I too could speak like you, if your soul were in the place of my soul. I could compose words against you and shake my head at you. I could encourage you with my mouth, and the solace of my lips could lessen your pain. If I speak, my pain is not lessened, and if I cease, what will go forth from me? But now he has exhausted me. You have made desolate all my company. You have shriveled me up. It has become a witness, and my leanness rises up against me. It answers to my face. His anger has torn me and hunted me down. He has gnashed at me with his teeth. My adversary sharpens his eyes to look at me. They have opened their mouth wide at me. They have struck me on the cheek in reproach. They have massed themselves against me. God hands me over to ruffians and tosses me into the hands of the wicked. I was at ease, but he shattered me, and he grasped me by the neck and shaken me, and he has grasped me by the neck and shaken me to pieces. He has also set me up as his target. His arrows surround me without mercy. He splits my kidneys open. He pours out my gall on the ground. He breaks through me with breach after breach. He runs at me like a warrior. I have sewed sackcloth over my skin and thrust my horn in the dust. My face is flushed from weeping, and the shadow of death is on my eyelids. Why? Because there's no violence in my hands, and my prayer is pure. O earth, do not cover my blood, and let there be no resting place for my cry. Even now, behold, my witness is in heaven, and my advocate is on high. My friends are my scoffers. My eyes weep. My eye weeps to God. Oh, that a man might argue with God as a man with his neighbor. For when a few years are past, I shall go away. I shall go the way of no return. And that's going to conclude our reading from the biblical text. Now our devotional reading. It is spiritually healthy to always remember that God, in His infinite wisdom, has set limits for us. Working beyond God-ordained limits is always spiritually debilitating and destructive. We will never be able to go 2 weeks without sleep. We will never be able to work 80 hours a week and not see a negative impact on our family. We will never have so much wisdom that we will be free of God's. We will never be so righteous that we will no longer need God's grace. We will never grow so strong that we will no longer require God's power. We will never have so much control that we will no longer need to rest in God's sovereignty. If you deny the limits God has set for you, you then begin to live with a self-sufficiency and independence that never go anywhere good. Job, in his suffering, over which he has no voice or control, is powerfully comforted with his limits. Note Job's words, "Since his days are determined, and the number of his months is with you, and you have appointed his limits that he cannot pass." Job chapter 14, verse 5. Job is faced with the reality that not only does he have limits, and not only do those limits set boundaries for him that he cannot pass, but those limits have been preordained and predetermined by God. If you think back to Genesis chapter 1 and 2, you realize that the only being in the entire creation account that is without limits is God Himself. The limits God has set for us are not unloving or unkind. He does not intend them to handicap or incapacitate us. God's boundaries are not meant to stifle us, to make life hard and frustrating. No, the wise God who made us knew what was best for us. He specially designed us, knowing exactly what we needed. In His wisdom, He did not create us to be limitless, self-sufficient, independent beings. The limits He set for us drive us in humility to surrender to and depend on Him, and to find in Him our wisdom, strength, righteousness, and power. We push against our limits when we forget the meaning and purpose for which we were created, to know God and to rest in and enjoy Him forever. Nothing confronts us with our limits more than the cross of Jesus Christ. We cannot bridge the gap between ourselves and God on our own. Because of our limits, we needed the Redeemer, Jesus, to come as our substitute, to do what we could never do, and by grace, to unite us to God forever. The limitless one took on limits so that we would someday know the glory of a limitless eternity with God. Accept your limits and rest in the wisdom and grace of the one who put those boundaries in place for His glory and your eternal good. Let's read Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 through 6. Trust in Yahweh with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your pathways straight. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear Yahweh and turn away from evil. It will be healing to your body and refreshment to your bones. That's going to conclude our reading from the biblical text this morning. And I'm so thankful for the devotional as well, as we're moving right along the month of May and heading into June soon. And thankful for that as well. Thankful to be reading God's Word, and thankful to have you with me this morning. Hope you have a blessed day today, and that you give God glory in everything that you do. Soli Deo Gloria.